All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to episode 16 of Bronze to Mythic, the show where I take my account from Bronze 4 to the heights of Mythic. And we have come out the other side of our lessons. Of course, lessons learns, it's a theme of the format, right? And we just had our coaching session with Sam Black. It was phenomenal. Sam was great. Those are the previous two episodes. We had one episode where we hung out with Sam for 2 hours, went over our old drafts. Then we had an episode where we did a draft with Sam. And those are both episode 14, I'm sorry, 13, episode 14 and 15. And now we're about to do our draft on our own for the first time with the things we've learned. And the big things we learned in our sessions with Sam, definitely go watch it. You got to go watch it. It was phenomenal. Great content if you want to learn a better draft. And the things we learned were mostly that I'm overvaluing the big threats. Cards like Elemental Masterpiece, Leyline Invocation. Decks have things to do. I'm kind of like ignoring the early game a little much. And I'm also kind of in this mindset of like, it's a big format. There's lots of you have to do really big things, but like you can kind of just like spend your mana on smaller things more often, and those smaller things will also be good earlier in the game. Also misevaluating some cards and stuff. We can do it here. We can do it. Yeah, not taking Lash of Malice high enough. And so let's try our first draft here without any help and with the things we've learned. So we have an okay pack here. We have some Silver Quill cards, Lash of Malice being one of them, of course. Apprentice and Arrogant Poet are fine. Anatomy is obviously great. Certainly a fairly open pick, too. Again, Leyline, which is a card that I've been overvaluing, I think. And that's really it. Just like Lash. Just like Lash or Anatomy, I think. I think Anatomy is just more open. Look at the Anatomy, I think. I know I still don't want to be Silver Quill. And Anatomy gets good in most things. I think Serpent's good in Quandrix. We were discussing that. I don't think it's good. I think it's good in Quandrix specifically and not otherwise. Yeah, let's take Anatomy here. We have passed a Dark Ritual, an Umbral Druk, a Pigment Storm, Quandrix Pledge Mage. Sam was saying he didn't like Pledge Mage very much. Kind of a card that will be good, but when it's bad, it's pretty bad. You get blown out. It's kind of just not really what you want to be doing. Juke's fine. Kind of a middling pack here. Field Trip's pretty cool. Pest Summoning solid also. Not a bad place to go is Pest Summoning. So it's like Field Trip, Pest Summoning, maybe Juke. I think it's Field Trip or something. They're not a great. I mean, what is there? Is a common missing? It's not any of these commons. Not like a super great signal in any way. I think it's Trip or Summoning. I think Summoning. It's more open. Now we get past the pack with a rare missing and a common missing and a closing statement and a Lash of Malice. A huge signal that Silver Quill's open with both statement and Lash available. We're going to statement here. Yeah, statement's great. So, doesn't mean we need to be Silver Quill. We could obviously be sort of like the Dimir control deck again or whatever, multicolor control deck, stuff like that. But I think statement seems pretty awesome here. 2 campuses to possibly table. Yeah, Pledge Mage, Arch, Biograph, but yeah, statement's pretty sweet. We have past 2 Lashes now, but statements is better than Lash, I think. So. Looking at rare is important because you can tell, if there's a rare missing, there's not much of a signal because, if there's a rare missing and a closing statement here, it could have been the bomb, Silver Quill Dragon, you wouldn't know. If there's a common missing as a closing statement, it's a pretty strong signal, but they're not in those colors. Alright, Heated Debate. Not much else. I mean, Poet's obviously okay. I mean, Blood Researcher kind of falls in that school of can be really good, but also can kind of just suck. I think we're just debating here. Just gonna keep it kind of open. Nothing here is super exciting. We're not really in a lane yet. We're pretty flexible as far as what we can do here. As far as possible splashes, possible control, more aggressive, whatever. So just take the debate. Decent signal here with a rare, I guess a rare and uncommon missing. It's not super. Defiant Strike. So we're looking for our lane. We're trying to stay open, looking for a lane. Another kind of mopey pack. Just Battleseer, Biograph, Breakthrough. These cards are just like very, very medium. 2 campuses. Laurel Campus is possibly in our wheelhouse, but I think on Prophecy here. We'll just keep taking our lessons and kind of like fill things out later. Lorehold Apprentice. A second Prophecy, not very exciting. A Leyline Invocation. Pledge Mage, Tome Shredder, both not super exciting. Second Prophecy, not super exciting either. I haven't actually drafted like Lorehold before, where Tome Shredder seems to be kind of fine. We kind of like need the good uncommons to make Lorehold good, it feels like. Pop Quiz is like, it's fine. I mean, I don't think it's a card I want to take. I guess we could just like take that and possibly beat Demir again. I'm gonna take this. I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't like really cast this card much, but a Pass Caller, sweet. All right, so Pass Caller, Tome Shredder, Reflective, another Pop Quiz. Looks like black is not super open, and we pass 2 lashes, so black is not super appealing beyond a splash. Pass Caller is great. Super reasonable here, I think. Still pretty open as far as like what we can do. Alright, this is our not opening back. So we have a Spirit Summoning here, super solid. I think Spirit Summoning your campus is reasonable. The first summoning seems really, really good. Especially now because Pest Summoning isn't probably not going to be live for us, so Spirit Summoning is great. Opening pack comes back. Defend the Campus is available. Fuming Effigy. Pretty mopey pack. This card like might be fine. I think I was underrating this card. Sam seemed to be somewhat interested in it, so... Arrogant Poet, I mean, like, doesn't really fit what we're doing, and this card's kind of just pretty mopey, so... I'll take Defend the Campus. Pigment Storm tables. I mean, that's a pretty late Pigment Storm. It's a Curate, it's Attraction. There's also like some blue cards here too. But yeah, we'll Storm. Outburst. It's a late Outburst. So possibly like Jeskai on the table, I guess. Maybe? I can't really splash this card. This Mentor card's like pretty mopey. Just like a random mopey 3-drop. I think I'd rather be pushing for bigger things. Yeah. I just like throwing what's card in my deck, so... Solve the Equation, Soothsayer, Adept, Arrogant Poet. I kind of doubt we're going to be aggressive. I'm just going to take the Solve in case he opens some Bomb or whatever. Defiant Strike, Effigy, Breakthrough. I guess Defiant Strike. Lorehold Apprentice. This card's like pretty mopey. General, sure. Alright, well, Laurel's pretty open. We just opened a pretty good Lorehold rare. So I think we're pretty happy to be Lorehold now. We can lean more aggressive too. Now we have a couple 2-drops also. So we can maybe splash Closing Statement, but don't have to. This pack's pretty freaking good. It's got Professor, Pilgrim, Orator's like an okay 2-drop. Obviously, the Scroll is insane. I mean, what we're going to take. But there's plenty of like good cards in this pack too. So, looks like we're playing our first Lorehold deck. Yeah, I argue we're not necessarily going to be super aggressive, but like having cheaper creatures is also cool too. So, Orator is a bomb. That's a strong statement. Revitalize, Pilgrim, Study Break. So Study Break's value depends on how aggressive we are, I think. And is Pilgrim better? I think Pilgrim is better in our deck. Well, I guess we want... I think we want Pilgrim over Study Break. Pretty Silver Quilly pack here. Fractal Summoning. Yeah. Okay. We passed 2 lashes. And again, so this is what I mean where, like, when the rare is gone, there's no signal. Because, like, they could have taken the Silver Quill Dragon. You know, as of Silver Quill cards, you have no idea. So, I don't think I want Break. I think I want Pilgrim. Wow. Wow.
Bingo!
Okay. So we got a Light Scribe here, which is really, really good. Also, Another Pilgrim. So white's super open, which is great. I mean, there's a Scientist too, but I mean, we're taking Light Scribe for sure. So, all right. That's cool. Divine Gambit, which is fine. Professor's great, though. Immersive Professor here. See, I think we're now we're going to be leaning a little more aggressive, I think. I think we're going to be more aggressive and probably just straight lore hold. Reduce Gambit, one of those table, hopefully. Professor's great. Pretty easy game. Pretty easy game. Inkling Summoning's great. Sure. We need more learn cards, but we'll hopefully get there. I'd say at this point we're like Snarl. It's also a Pillar Drop Rescuer, which is kind of sweet. I would say we're not playing Statement or Outburst. I mean, our mana's not too bad, so Snarl's kind of whatever. I do like taking lands, but I'd rather have especially in Lorehold, I'd rather have a Campus than a Snarl by like a lot, obviously. You obviously want Campus more than Snarl, but like I think in Lorehold specifically, you really want Campus more than Snarl. Just gonna Pillar Drop Rescuer. Another Lorehold Apprentice, which like kind of like just sucks, honestly. It's just like not very good. The Spirit thing is like pretty thin. We have a few spirits, but I think second Spirit Summoning, we're kind of like light on, we don't have any learn really yet, but I think in Lorehold Apprentice is just bad. So, that's fine. The Orator, that's not table. This is actually our 8th pick 8. Orator's good. I'm fine taking Orator here. Reflective Golem is also pretty cool, but we're lacking. We have Defiant Strike, and that's it as far as things to do with it. So we'll take the 2-drop here. I think this card is good, but I think that we don't have much to do. If we had like the Trample Pump Learn card, stuff like that, but let's take Orator. Our pack comes back with Start from Scratch, another Pilgrim. Pretty easy Pilgrim. Revitalize, Shadewing Laureate. We're probably not super interested in Revitalize. We do have a little bit of Magecraft stuff, though, so... Reduce, or another Pilgrim? How many Pilgrims is too many? They are spirits. Like, they kind of work with, like, the Blood Age General, like, the little light, silly spirit theme. Breakthroughs, whatever. Reduce is, like, pretty... We don't have any learn cards, though, so... The boots might have been good. I just glossed over them completely. But, yeah, reduce for sideboard. Fine Strike, Lights. We have a decent number of 2-drops. I suppose Lorehold Apprentice isn't awful with 3 Pilgrims. You just kind of like keep playing Pilgrims. General's like... we do have a lot of Generals, I guess, but... That's cool. That is true. Discovery plus Pilgrim. That's pretty cool. Yeah, our plan's a little off here. We're definitely a little like... We don't need to play all these cards. We just like have blood... We've gotten late pick Blood Age Generals. If we play them, cool. If we don't, that's also fine. I'm not like stoked to play them or anything. But with Light Scribe and Professor, we're like, it's a little more aggressive. The first time drafting Lorehold, so we'll see. Cackle with Power. So this is 5 mana for 5 damage. We're taking this card, right? Yeah, the math seems to work out. 5 mana for 5 damage to 1 target is fine. And then obviously, if you cast it for X equals 2, it's 8 mana for 5 for 10 damage. Yeah, all right, sure. Yeah, that's pretty easy, I think. All right, so we're gonna be. We also have 3 Pilgrims, so we can definitely kind of like be a little more controlling too. Goblin Lackey 1, what's up, bud? Thanks for the raid, appreciate that. Recently, this is Bronze to Mythic. Welcome, Bronze to Mythic show where I take my account. Bronze to Mythic. We're playing limited. We're drafting, and this is not a very good pack for us. So we're probably gonna try and not play these Blood Age crappers and just like play some good cards. Thrilling Discovery, Pilgrim of Ages. We have no learn cards. We actually have like, I don't have any. It's not good. It's not a good place to be. So I don't even know if I want to take this. You know how many learn cards, you know? I guess. Alright, Stone Rain, Blade Historian. Another card that's like not great with Crackle. But, I mean, Crackle for 5 mana to deal 5 is totally fine. So, Study Break, Professor, Blade Historian. Blade Historian, it pushes us back into like the more aggressive slot, because this card's obviously pretty freaking busted. Yeah, I guess we take the rare. Like, and now I'm much more incentivized to play with crappy 2-drops. Still no learn cards. We have double Spirit Summoning, Anatomy, Prophecy. We have every lesson card possible, and just no learn cards. Lorehold, Pledge Mage, which is not a spirit. Pillar Drop Rescuer is certainly a reasonable card, and the Flyer's kind of nice. We only have one other 5-drop. I guess Beaming Defiance might actually be like fine in this deck. I have not cast this card yet, so I'm going to take it. There's our Campus. It's cool. Honestly, first day of class is like probably playable in our deck. But I'm taking Campus here for sure. Dueling Coach. Card's pretty mopey. He debates. I mean, as a Dispute. Is Dispute good in our deck, though? Because none of our creatures are like particularly tough as far as like forcing blocks. And I don't know if one red mana learn is like worth it. Debate's obviously great. Lets you block Flyers too? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Alright, I'll take Dispute. I don't know if this is right or not, but it is a learn card. Reconstruct History. Not really this deck. I don't think, right? We have no artifacts. Yeah, that's not really what we're doing here. I don't know what else we're taking, though. This pack's pretty mopey. Like, Sloth is like... It's okay. I mean, it's not good. Like, we have 23 playables. Like, I don't really want any of these cards, so... Whatever. Laurel Arts. There's your big Lorehold card, right? So, like, this is, like, the good grindy Lorehold cards. Our last possible chance at it. Yeah, I should take the Reconstruct. That was wrong. Alright. I guess we want this card. Manatithe. First day of class. Another Pigment Storm. I guess Summoning, we have no learn cards. I think it's just Storm. We're going to have an interesting deck build here, because I'm not sure what cards we really want exactly. I don't think I'm playing any of these cards. What? What is going on? Alright, yeah, sure. Sign me up. That's insane. That's insane. Alright, sure. So we got some work to do. Rescuer, another Summoning. Oh boy. We have one learn card in our deck. Really, really somewhat strange. Somewhat strange draw. I'll take the rare. A little gems action. First day of class. Okay. Another Blood Age General. Okay. What do we do here? What do we do? So we have some big boomers. We have like a sort of like a grindier half here of our like Pilgrims plus Excavation, Crackle, Pass Caller. Then we have the more aggressive part with like Blade Historian. I think Scroll Wielder fills that thing too. We're not playing like most of these probably. I don't think First Day of Class is like particularly good in our deck. Late Scribe. I think Revitalize is like fine. It's like a fine card to get back with Scroll Wielder. We have a lot of lessons. Like, and we have double Spirit Summoning, Anatomy, Prophecy, Annihilation, Inkling Summoning. And we have like and reduce, and we have what? We have 2 learn cards. Lorehold Apprentice obviously isn't great. It's funny because like if we didn't open the Crackle and didn't have like Pass Caller, I wouldn't mind just being aggressive. I think with all the 2 drops and like with all of the Blood Age Generals and the Pilgrims and the Lorehold Apprentice, I think that like there's a passable aggro deck in there. Also with like Light Scribe and Blade Historian, we have a lot of rares in this deck, but the rares kind of want to go in different directions, which is kind of weird. Maybe the Wolf's just like bad in our deck. I don't really know. This card's so weird. I don't know what to do with this card. Like it's good if you have like the stupid, like good uncommon, but do we want to be aggressive? Also, like there's also like Professor makes us want to be aggressive too. Oh, let me defend the campus. Pigmentstorm's kind of aggressive. Also, we got the Wolf. It's not a spirit, right? Obviously, like nothing's a spirit. I just don't understand why like this whole spirit. It's like a spirit theme and nothing's a spirit. We couldn't main deck spirit summoning, which isn't like insane. We do have we can cast it with Scroll Wielder. We have Light Scribe. We don't really need Revitalize first day class. It's like, do we play some of these 2 drops? Do we like? Oh boy, this has been quite the series. Trying to figure out what to do, what to do. So you have very little like actual Magecraft. Like maybe we're just playing. Like Defend the Campus is also good if we're playing all these crappy 2 drops. You know, so like that's kind of a thing too. I kind of want to lean aggressive so our late game isn't like insane or anything. Like defend double general. 16 land seems fine. Is like first day class like a Lorehold Apprentice is like with the spirits it seems fine. Like Crackle's like over here. It's like over here somewhere, but Rescuer is like fine. Professors like obviously Blade is like to go to like 2 drop 3 drop Blade Historian is pretty sick. Light on removal, yeah. First day class. Like the thing is like if I'm playing the more aggressive deck, I even want this card. Like it's just like a super slow way to keep making 3/2s. Is that what we want to be doing in this deck? Like there's spirits. We have, but it's not like we're like wanting for things to do. We have a bunch of good rares. We have Pass Caller, Rescuer, Crackle. I just don't think this card's very like good in our deck. You know, like I don't think we need Reach. Like I think we should just crank up the 2 drops and let it rip. And like again, that does lend some amount of playability to like our Lorehold Apprentice. Triple Pilgrim makes these better. Like, it's not great, but we just have, like, the cards that kind of make it fine with Professor and Historian and everything like that. Yeah, it feels like a lot of the Lorehold grindy cards are all just super reliant on Quintorius. And, like, we just don't have that. And, like, if they kill it, you just don't win. So, I think I'm fine with this. We have a lot of rares, you know, and, like, it's sort of like if our bears aren't good, we just have, like, a lot of rares to lean back on. So I think this is fine. I don't really know how good this deck is, but that's why we're here, right? We're going to figure it out. So let's add some lands. I will allow you all to make your predictions now. Place your bets, please. Place your bets, please. 7 wins or nah. Let's get some lands in here. Rares and bears, yes. Rares and bears. All right, we're going to play one more mountain, I guess. It's 16 land is fine. Don't really want to flood. So yeah, I don't know how good this deck is. We're gonna let it ride. We do have some grind for sure. Scroll Wielder, Rescuer, Pass Caller, and then we also have some pretty aggro stuff here too. All right, that's the deck. Let's freaking go. The predictions are coming in. Everyone's back to being a non-believer. So the start of the series, everyone's like, man, Jim freaking rock Kaldheim. He's going to get 7 wins every time. Now no one believes in me anymore. I had to hire a coach. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's draft 15 and we're still in platinum. I don't care. You can all be non-believers all you want. Let's fire it up. Let's fire it up. First of all, we're brought to you by
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Well, you wanted it, you got it. You got 2 mana and a bear, and then a bunch of rares. Well, we're going to keep this. We didn't need to draw land, but I think it's fine. I agree. I'm not super thrilled with Lorehold in general. This is my first time actually drafting Lorehold. Oh, look at that. We saw him back around. So, we'll see how it goes. Crackle's obviously better in like a bigger deck, but you can draw land, sure. We can always alter your deck to be bigger too, so Needlethorn Dregs are committed, get around this thing, and then we didn't draw land. Oh boy. So obviously land leads to another land, so once we find a land it's good. Field trip. Sure. We're going to draw land, folks. Like, really. Real bad. Real bad. Right, Karn? Karn's dreaming of lands. Intro to Annihilation? That's an interesting first lesson to get. And they're going to attack? What a freaking maniac. We didn't draw land, but Light Scribe's fine. They want to intro to Annihilation by Light Scribe and go nuts. Vigilance plus Blood Age General? Yeah. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Honestly, that's actually pretty good. Please annihilate my Light Scribe. Please. I'm begging you. How do you attack for 1 there? Like, how do you ever attack for 1? They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Draw land. There it is. There's the land. No, we didn't draw land. What?
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
And they keep attacking. What is going on? All right. I think 16 land is totally reasonable in the Triple Pilgrim all 2-drop deck. Not all 2-drop, but like a lot of 2-drops deck. Cultivator's good. That card actually plays. That card actually plays. Oh, man. There's no way they attack again, right? There's no freaking way. Alright, we're going to attack. Once we draw land, we're off to the races, you know? Alright, well, here it is. What you got for me? You gonna blow me out? Tricks? You got tricks? Tricks on tricks? We have so much card advantage in our hand, too. Every card in our hand's 2 for 1. Except for Pigment Storm. Big play? Who are you people? Go back to your shanties. Alright. Can we please just draw land? Is that like possible? Spine Karok. Oh man, don't lose a Spine Karok. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim, please.
Bingo!
There we go. Reject me. Do it. Reject me. Close. We're gonna put Karm. He's not like in the way. How's that? Is that good? Yeah, I'll search. Thank you. Alright, I mean... Now I got some mana, that's good. We're at 14. That's a Planeswalker. Okay.
Study hard, and one day you may write your teachers.
Sure.
There's still time for my plans.
It's not good when your opponent plays a Planeswalker and it's turn 8, you still have 3 lands in play. Yeah. Make a 1/1. Okay. So you can like combat Professor to prepare to attack this next turn. Then we can Pigment Storm to kill the Cultivator. Alright. I mean... Bottom again. Okay.
Focus on the future.
Not quite the start we're looking for, but it's alright. It's alright. Take 4. Nothing. So, nothing is like a little sketch. Attack. Sure. That's not cool. Alright, so we'll just kill the 4/4 or 4/5 or whatever with Pigment Storm as I go. How do you vote? Oh, the vote is over. Anatomy? Ugh. Alright, sure. So they're gonna have a 4/6. Yeah. I think like we're just too far behind this game. We just missed like 7 land drops. If we had curved out, we would won this game easily. We just drew a land, like, they have a Fuddler too with a frog? The frog people? So they're gonna, like, anatomy, make it 5/5. What? What is going on?
Inconceivable!
Alright, they got us. They got us good. How do you vote? It's in chat. It's in chat. It's usually at the top of chat. Just wild. Just wild. On it with the BM, just like playing 2 frogs out of nowhere. Just some frogs. Have some frogs, you loser. Alright, so yeah, I mean, that game, obviously, if we just drew a land, we are probably fine in that game. But that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. It happens. It's not a big deal. Just, you know, take a little drink, you know? Take a little drink. It's fine. Right? Right? How to lose that jank? I didn't play a 3rd land till turn 6. Might have even been turn 7. That's how I lost. Alright. Oh, come on. I mean... You just can't, like, not keep this. I mean, you definitely could not keep, but... We have Dispute, too, for possible, like... I don't think Dispute's that good in this deck. I'm gonna draw. It's gonna freaking keep. It's gonna freaking keep, alright? Be easier if we get sciences in our deck, obviously, but... Hunted. Yeah, no sciences, unfortunately. Sciences we snap keep, obviously, but... I think people tend to mulligan too much on average. That's pretty good for us, actually. I'm pretty happy trading my general for their researcher, and then learning before this thing gets out of hand. What are our lessons? Like anatomy, spirit. I guess spirit summoning, prophecy. Spirit summoning is like fine. Guess. So it's sort of just like, yeah, I guess this is fine. I don't love this, but we could also like loot, I guess. we could like rummage away a Pilgrim. That's kind of cool, actually. But then I can't like play anything. Yeah, it's better actually. I like that better. What's rummage? Have it gain reach. Sure. And hand Pilgrim. Sure. Somebody help me, please. Sign in blood, sure. I saw the sun. Sure. She spells here. That wasn't bad, I suppose. I guess we just cast this now, so I can't play a pump spell. We're obviously casting it. Alright. I mean, we draw freaking planes. Like, our Pilgrim lines up well against their board, you know? We have Scroll Wielder, which is great. You have more planes to make sure you can cast Pilgrims. But once you have the first planes, you're good to go. You don't need more than one planes. Like, what's that dying? I got it. Hey!
Oh, it's Mythic Helix! Oh my god!
They have 2 cards left. One of them is definitely our removal spell. But if I Pilgrim this turn, I can double spell next turn. So I guess our blocks all suck with Pilgrim though, because this can be bigger. That's true. Sure, no lashing effect, so. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we just missed many land drops again. So we like we just can't do enough stuff. Like we can our hand obviously beats their hand, but we're just like can't deploy multiple spells, and we're mana screwed for too many turns. You put 2 of our cards in play, we can probably win, and if this card isn't good. But I guess we like Pilgrim block here, this blocks here. We draw land, the Professor plus 2 drop. We're still like maybe win. If they have nothing. Like block here, force the pump, block here, eat something, go to 1, untap, Professor plus Light Scribe. No, whatever. I would like to actually play a game in my deck. Not saying this deck is good, but I would like to play a game. That keep was a little more sus. The first keep was obviously a keep. I think that one was like fine too. Somebody get Sam back in here. Yeah, right? Yeah, right? It sucks. Like I can't even like decide if I want to change anything about the deck because like we haven't actually played a spell yet. It's like I don't even know if the deck's bad or not. I think 16 lands is fine. We are playing a best of 1. There's a hand smoothing algorithm. We have the Pilgrims. Like here, like you don't want to flood with this deck. I don't think ever. So, but we do have things to do. So again, like it's possible that the deck should be built in a more like don't play the crappy bears, just play the grindy cards. That is very possible. But we haven't had a chance to like test that theory yet. That card's good. That card's good. Light Scribe. Alright. Yeah. Shit, I mean, I don't want to attack because it's a bad tree. Let's play this since I go. Hope for no Lash. Yeah, Lash is really good. they play these spirit summoning here, we can just like kill it, attack for 6. Bold. Lorehold Pledge. Sure. Alright, so same thing, I think. We're just still gonna like debate. We could Defiance or defend the campus. Probably using defend is best because it's just the most mana efficient. Actually, we can go debate and defiance if we need to. Not that we like need to put multiple spells at once, but defend here is effectively just like kill this, deal 4, which is not bad. It's not great. Like, is it possible to get more out of this later? Probably. Is it worth it to debate here? And mana efficiency probably doesn't matter if you don't actually have many spells. I'm just gonna kill this in fact. We passed like, we don't have any learn. We passed like a study break, and that was really it. The learn cards mostly. Really awkward draft. We got a lot of lessons and didn't really get many learn cards. Oh, come on. They obviously just drew that too. It's so sick. Probably. I guess they could have like put a 3-drop and then like went for it. Yeah, that's fair. Not necessarily. Okay. Guess we just like jam defend next turn. The bears do seem pretty bad. Like we're probably like not playing to the strengths of our deck, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we saw 0 Guiding Voices, 0 of the Trample Pump spell. We saw 1 Study Break. Shadewing Laureate, okay. I mean, like, certainly not awesome. We can like dispute and like try to pump spell to kill it. It's like so bad if they have any trick though. We could like anatomy, like dispute anatomy attack. We can also just trade, I guess, right? Like, I mean, just defend the campus and kill this professor. Just like light on, but this is fine. See what they do. Sure. So we're just gonna say go and hope for no trick. If they have a way to protect this, we're in big trouble. But pretty risky. Alright, hit. Alright, hit. And now we can use Dispute and Defiance more offensively. The 4 life they gained off the infusion is like so big. Shadewing, sure. Grows that, obviously. Stop playing stuff. Turn pass caller, and not enough mana to cast it. Everything's just so awkward because like the mana, like 5 mana is like just the wrong amount of mana. So this basically costs 1 and 3. I guess I could like dispute the ingredient, make the ingredient block, and if this tries to block 2, pump. If not, dispute for a 2/1 flyer. Which I don't really hate. Anatomy is not great, yeah. That's gross. How humiliating. Yeah, that 4 life that game is pretty huge. Pump one of those. Not dead yet, folks. I also can't cast Spirit Summoning, so... Wow, okay. Made so many good draws there. God. Alright. We just jam. This goes a 4/4. Yeah, we're like just off the top here, I think. Just need to draw a good card next turn. They're going to block. We're going to kill it. We're going to deal them 4. And hope we draw out like one of our Pigment Storms or just some good card. They could not block here and like just attack it. Just could, they could kill us in the air, but I'm pretty risky thing for them to do, so. 2 Pigment Storms. Other flyers. Again, that 4 life they gained off the stupid card was like, I think, most of the game here. They put us to 1. They're going to have a blocker. What else they got? They have a trick. Am I dead? Come on, opponent. Stay me all day. Alright, well. It kind of sucks because, like, I don't think our deck is good. But we didn't really get to play any games with it. So, that was a game, obviously. But the first 2 just, like, were non-games at all. That's now my second 0-3 in this format, which is disgusting. I don't think I had an 0-3 in Kaldheim. I certainly think this deck could have been maybe, like, get rid of the Pravi Bears, just play, like, some of the more mid-rangey cards and been, like, better that way. But we kind of, like, lack the removal to, like, make that really good, maybe, but that might have just been better. We just, like, don't play any... I cut, like, general, and put in, like, excavation... Discovery, revitalize. I don't even know. You know, like. What's up, Paul? That was you. Good games. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It feels like Excavation's good, but like slow and just like not good against the decks that are doing bigger things in the format. Laurel just seems bad. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but all right, yeah, all right, YouTube folks, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know, folks. I don't know.